Hello, I'm Sandy. How are you today? I'm not live.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, drink water. Good to see you on a Friday night, 6 o'clock. I've had a very busy week. I got very inspired to make a bunch of bags, but let me do the housekeeping first. I'm getting off track. If you would like to purchase anything, you can email us your email address and we go through PayPal. We do not share our information with anybody. We keep it to ourselves. It's between me and you. And if you want to tell your husband it's a Home Depot buy, then you can. But anyhow, you can message us on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram. You can follow me on YouTube. And there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. And those that know me personally, you can always call me on the phone or text me. So if you see something, there will be a price and there will be a way to pay us. So YouTube is at Moreno. It's youtube.com at Moreno 9103. That's YouTube, or I believe you could search through Sandy Moreno Multimedia Artist also. And Instagram is the number 4 Vintage Lover. And I think that's about it. So what I've been working on this week, I kind of went ahead of time, is I wanted to, I can't read that. Sylvia?
Yeah.
Hi, Sylvia. I wanted to work on my bags, and of course it's not just, I talked about last week, it wasn't just 1 or 2 bags, it was 20 bags. So this is a romper, and that is the front, and this is the back, and I made this booty part a pocket, and the front is not going to have a pocket, but it's really cute, and it will have a lining. And then this, I believe, is a newborn dress that I've been working on. It's just pinned right now, and it will end up being a pocket. The front will be a pocket, and the back will end up being a pocket also. You just unbutton the back of it and you can stick your hand in there. Now these bags, they're made with vintage fabrics too. I you know me, I love everything vintage. So this bag is vintage fabric. It's so soft, the fabric. And then the pictures on the front are reproductions from 1957. So they're so sweet, so colorful, so bright. I love this puppy. Love the puppy. And I love the shirt material. It reminds me 1950s button-up shirt that, a guy would wear. And here's another one. She's picking flowers. Now, the trim that I put around the picture is hand-dyed lace, and I just thought it matched so perfectly. And then the inside, I don't know if you could see this or not, is Swiss polka dots. And I just love that. So these should be done next week, and I'll be able to show you what I've been, what I worked on and what will be finished next week, hopefully. Let's see. I had the reproduction of the little girls and the little boys. My friend Lisa gave them to me, and of course I stuck them away until I decided it was time to use them. So when I found the baby clothes, or yeah, the baby clothes, I decided I'll just make a double batch. And of course, who doesn't make a double batch of tote bags? Anyhow, I will show you when I'm done. Hopefully next week I'll have them done and you can see them. They're really fun, very whimsical. They're, I don't know, I love vintage. Anybody that loves vintage will probably appreciate them too. So that's what I've been working on this week. And of course I've been working on some cards, but I will get to that later and I'll show it to you later. Probably next week I'll show you the cards that I made. Again, they're made, those particular cards are made with vintage scraps, Victorian scrap. It's what they used to do scrapbooking with, and now I'm making cards out of them. They're very vibrant in color, and also too that they're vintage or antique. Some of them are very, very old and some of them are newer, but they just have the best color in them. So that's where we're at right now, and I think we're going to move on to some jewelry. So the first one up is a mother of pearl necklace, and what I've done with these is the other button necklaces I did, they were just connected continuously on the chain. These I did a little drop, and so this is new for me. These are really pretty. They're mother of pearl beads also, and some of them have a little bit of design in them, carved into them. So these are all vintage. And then this is the mother of pearl beads that I got, and then these are some Czechoslovakian beads. And then this is a mother of pearl button. Now they're probably about 22 inches long, so they will just drape right here on your neck. If you're interested, I will take an exact measurement and send it to you. I guess I should do that ahead of time, but I didn't. But I was really happy with the way these turned out, because I just wanted a little bit more than what I was doing. And I think I like the noise that they make when you're wearing them. So you have 7 buttons on there. They're just gorgeous. They're a really simple necklace to wear. They're not too heavy, and I think you'll really enjoy them. Okay, so the price on those mother of pearl is $72.
It's on the screen.
Oh, it's on the screen. My son is so good. My husband is the one placing these things down. So the next one is,
Take a breather.
this is a bright celluloid. So these are wafers. They're very thin. It was the first plastic that was ever invented. It's a very soft plastic, so it would melt in the sun. This was before Bakelite. The colors are so pretty. The beads that I used to go with them are hand blown, and they're different colored beads. And then this is what I'm calling a noodle. It looks like noodles, if you can see that. And that's also a celluloid. So these are very collectible by themselves, just because of the uniqueness of them and how old they are. They just have a lot of, each one has a lot of dimension to it, a lot of color to it. I really do enjoy collecting these buttons. So this one is, I don't know the length on it, but if you're interested, I will email you or text you what it is.
Messenger.
Messenger. This one, I love this one. This one is another celluloid, but it has a metal backing to it. So it's a celluloid, thin layer of celluloid over metal. And then there's so many different colors to it. Now, the thing that I love about this one is this is a wooden button with some brass, I don't know what they're called, brass something. But the colors, I mean, look at how this blue is just so amazing because it has a darker blue and a lighter blue in it. You know, I call that blue like a Caribbean blue. It's just so pretty. And the beads are Australian vintage beads. They have a little red and a little green to them. Really pretty. And that one's a little bit longer. I think you might be able to double that one up twice on your neck. Do I need to drink water? Seriously?
You're just sitting there staring at the screen.
Well, because I'm waiting for my next thing. I forgot what it is. You gave me a list. The next one is the Bohemian Green. Okay, so this one, this one. You know, I can hold it up to you so you can see how long it is. This one has some jade in it. So you can see how long it's going to be. And then also too, the nice thing is, again, when I make these bracelets, you can wrap them. Well, they're not bracelets. They're bracelets / necklaces. So you can wrap them and wear them. This one would be a 4 wrap. And this one I called green because it has some jade in it. It has some African trade beads that are made out of recycled glass, which my friend Lisa bought for me when she was traveling someplace, and she says, "What do you think of these, Lala?" And I go, "Oh, I love them. Please get them." And then it also has this brass bell. It's a beautiful bell. It sounds gorgeous. This is recycled glass. These are recycled glass. This is a jade. This is an African trade bead, a very old African trade bead. And then this is some blue coral over here. And it has some more African trade beads and some more recycled glass and some turquoise. Has a little bit of everything in it. I love this brass one right here. So, and this one is so pretty. When you re-look at this, zoom in on this one, it's really pretty. It's between the brass and the African trade bead. So that one, and they're hand crocheted by me, and they're on a Ceylon, which is made for this kind of thing. They will not break. If they do, I do guarantee everything. So if it breaks, you send it back to me and I will fix it for you. But I haven't ever had that happen, but I do guarantee everything I make. This one is a recent one I made, and this is a Bakelite button on it. I want to say 1940s maybe. The other way. The other way. There we go. And it has an African trade bead. Well, actually more than one, but this one is just gorgeous. This red one, the shape of it and the way it is. And then this is a trade bead also. And this is a trade bead. These are coins that when you would go back east through a turnpike or something like that, these are from that. They have a hole in them, so they're no longer being used. This is a mood bead, so depending on your mood, it will change colors. And then we have some mother of pearl, and then we have some more dyed mother of pearl, and some brass beads. So again, that one can be worn as a necklace or a bracelet. You just unbutton it, wrap it around your wrist. That one would probably go around your neck only once. I could hold it up if you want to see the size of it, where it drapes at on me. So it's about right there. It's a beautiful piece. Very inspired by these guys. Okay, so the next one is, the red is green. Red Becca, we did.
That's what we're on.
We just got done with that one. The red Bakelite button.
No, we just did African trade bead.
Well, the last one was...
You skipped over then.
I skipped over it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call this one. Go back to that. So, anyhow, okay. I don't know what to say. There's going to be a little confusion, but that's okay.
Go ahead and hold that one up, Chance.
Oh.
Okay. There you go.
Here is this one. And I believe this one can be wrapped twice.
So this is the African trade bead?
This one is that. This one I'm picturing double, so you can see all the beads in it. And the button is amazing. This is the button here. It has a person on it of some sort. And then these are from Pakistan. These are little metal things that drop down. This is a Victorian button here. Really pretty. This is from Pakistan also. No, Afghanistan. This is Afghanistan. And then this is a carved leaf. I believe it's obsidian. And then here's a vintage button and some more African trade beads here. And then this has a black and white African trade bead over here and another trade bead. I've hoarded my African trade beads for a very long time, and I'm finally pulling them out, and I'm purchasing a little bit more to make a whole collection, so when I make these, that they look the way I want them to look. I have an idea.
Red light. Not your own eyes.
Oh, I'm getting direction. I'm losing it already.
No, you're fine.
I'm fine. Anyhow, I love these. I think it's time. I think the bohemian stuff is in fashion right now. Not that I follow the fashion, but I've been noticing a little bit more of this kind of stuff on the market. So really enjoyed making it. Now, did I do...
Let's put the red Bakelite back on so that we
okay.
can have the correct title screen under it.
Okay, can I have that one back? Okay. And I'll hold this one up to me so you can see it. There it is. That's the length of this one. Now I'm calling this the red Bakelite one because the button is red Bakelite.
So you've already talked about it. We just want to
Yeah.
show it again with the correct title.
Yeah, we just want to show it so you can see what the red Bakelite is actually a red Bakelite. Thank you.
Yay. Thank
We'll
you
go
very
back on that. And then I have one more. Is there another one with this button on it that I showed over? Oh, yeah, okay, so, right? It's there. Okay, so now we're going, I love these green buttons. I used them twice, and now I'm confused because I used it twice. But this is like a pink and a green color combination. And this has some jade, very old jade that I purchased many years ago. These are recycled glass made in Africa. There's some coral, very old coral, and my goodness, look at that button. That button is a mother of pearl button, and it's very old. It's so beautiful. It's very like muted. It's like they put it in a tumbler to bring down the gloss, but it has this really nice sheen to it. And then this is another stone. This is a pink stone. And actually, I believe it's a shell. But it's so pretty. It looks like a stone. And then this is jade. And then we have another one of those African trade beads right here. And this is another trade bead. And here's some more jade, and then another trade bead. These are rose quartz right here. And then I use, these are stones, but I don't remember the name. They're orange yellow color. They might be citrine, but they're absolutely gorgeous. This is a very long one, and it will wrap around your wrist probably about 4 times. And then I have, oh, did I do this one, Ken? I don't think I did that one.
I don't know. You're the one.
You didn't do it.
No.
It's still hanging there.
No, I didn't put it in the lot to sell.
No, the last one in the
Oh.
on our list was the green trade that you just did.
Can you insert this one, or is it too late?
It's not too late.
Okay, just this one is really pretty.
I just need a name.
Shells.
Okay. How much?
82. So these, I don't know the correct name. I apologize. But these are shells. I think they're called spiny. Oh, don't know. And then this is also a shell. And then these are also shells on this side. And then there's 2 dropped Swarovski's vintage beads right here. And some more vintage beads. And then a copper chain. Love this piece. These are very hard to come by. They're been in my collection for a very long time. I was going to use just one, but I called for 3. It's a beautiful piece. As far as the shells go, this one is just amazing in it by itself. So if you're a collector of shells or love shell jewelry, this one is for you. Just beautiful. So. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about being asked to do a class and the creative process on doing the class was took me quite a while to I know how to do shrink art, but she wanted a necklace for me to teach a necklace. And so there's 3 folds to this. One is making the necklace, how I want to make it, the color combinations, how am I going to teach it so that they understand the process, and then also making the supplies easy enough that they are comfortable with the class and what they're doing. That's my #1 priority when I do a class, is I want everybody to be very successful. I want people to feel like I could do this. I'm not afraid, even though I might have some fear of me not being artistic, that they have success in their own mind and they feel comfortable. So those are the things I have to think about. But first I have to design the class. I have to design the piece of jewelry. And boy, that was a 2-day process. When you're doing something and it's not working the way you want it to work, I try to walk away. And that's what I had to do with this, is I had to walk away because I was getting frustrated. I was making myself going to the have-to point. I don't want to have to do anything. I want to create because I want to create, and it brings a lot of joy and it brings a lot of happiness inside of myself. But I was at that place when I first started this project on creating the class of have to, and it was upsetting me, so I just had to put it down for a couple of days and then think about it and then get back to it and then think about it and get back to it. It does, sometimes things come very easily and I get to work through it really fast, and sometimes it's just frustrating for me and I have to let it go. So this was one of those things for me. So luckily I have this machine called the switch. So the switch is an electrical cutting machine that cuts plastic, paper, fabric. It's a wonderful machine. So these were, before you would have to hand cut them. So this has made it a lot easier. So this is cut out by machine, and this is half the size of what it is. And there's the name, shrink art. So you can stamp on it, you could draw on it, you could use pen pastels, you could do ink pens, you could do watercolors. There's so many different applications that you could put to the shrink paper. So anyhow, that's what I did with this, and then you shrink it and it becomes half the size, and then it's manageable to make a necklace. Now on the back side of this one, this is a stamp, and it's an actual French love letter that somebody made into a stamp, and it's just beautiful because of the writing, and I don't know, you can feel the energy of love with this. So these beads at the very top, I hope you could see them. You can? Thank you. Those are stamps, and I stamped them in different colors, and I put a background, a blue background on this. I think this one's my favorite. And then this stamp this one is hand drawn by me. It's not a stamp. It's little leaves and flowers. This one is a pastel flower that I moved into different colors. Here's another one like that has just a movement of colors. So it's almost like a watercolor. And then the beads I used were recycled glass made in Africa, and I put knots in between each one. It turned out really pretty. I was very happy with it, but it was a challenge for me. Let's just put it that way. It took me some time to figure it out. So with that being said, I am going to be doing classes on YouTube. It's not quite set up yet, but I will let you know when and where and what day and all of that stuff and the price on it. And so we would be able to sit there and chat, and I'll show you how to do this if you want to do this at some point. And it's going to be really fun. There's no rules with this. All you have to do is like color in a coloring book or draw if you like to draw, or doodle, or whatever you like to do, or stamp. There's just so many options with this, and I think it came out really beautiful. I like the way it hangs. I'm going to show it to you. And the cording I use, you can shorten it or make it longer. You can adjust it by sliding the knots, and I will teach you how to do that. And there's my knot. So you can make it a lot longer. So that was a fun project, but a little bit of a frustrating project because it was unknown for me. I've taught shrink art classes before. We've made earrings, very simple earrings, but this was a lot to figure out for me. But I really enjoyed the process once I let go of that have to make it and have to be perfect. And you know, those things get in your head, those have-tos, they get in your head, and they stop the flow of what you want to do. So the sooner you could get rid of them by walking away and doing something else, the better off it's going to be creatively for you. So youtube.com/@Moreno9103 is my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And you can watch this video there again if you want. And other videos. There's some fun ones there. Okay, so now we're off to the cards. So these cards are jelly prints with embossing. So I think there's a glare on that.
Yeah, we need to turn the light down.
Hold on a second. We're adjusting the.
As long as it goes.
Fix it on my end.
Hold on. It's upside down. Okay, we're adjusting the light. So jelly prints. So you can make your own homemade jelly print. Don't know how to do it. Look it up on YouTube, but you can. I bought my jelly print. It's about 12 by 12, and it's very soft. And you can put paint on it, roll some acrylic paint on it, and then you could put down a stencil and then you take off the excess paint from the stencil, and then you let that dry, and then you do another layer of paint.
Sorry.
That's not.
Yeah, that's blue.
That's blue.
That happened. There we go.
There we go.
That's better.
Yeah. So this card is actually a blue and a gray and a white. So, and I did this with my friend Janine. I had a really good time, and you know, there's no mistakes with jelly print. You either like it or you don't like it, but you could always use it on something else. So these cards are the jelly print, and then I decided I was just going to do one layer of embossing over it, and the layer of embossing that I put over it is just a white, and so there's flowers on top of the jelly print. Now this card says, choose happiness. Most of my cards are inspirational cards that make you think for a few minutes. The person that you're giving it to, you know, to give it to them and tell them if they're going through a hard time, you know, you make the choice of happiness, and then you can write a lovely message on the inside. There's no, it's blank inside, and then I did a green envelope to go with it, and I just love these cards. They're so simple for me. I normally, you know, do more is more, but these are very simple cards for me. This next card, it says, choose joy. You know, we all have a choice in life, and, you know, we choose what we want to have happen in our lives. And this one, you get to make a choice of happiness. Now, this one is also a jelly print. The background is the jelly print, and then I did a layer of green, and then I did a small little cutout to put the choose happiness on it. I love the colors in this one. The little bit of green, a little bit of gold, a little bit of beige in it. It says a lot in such few words. And this next one is another jelly print. It again, to me, you can make out of it whatever you want to make out of it, and it looked like the sky. So I happen to love fairies and angels. And this one says, remember to play. And I put some stars going up to the heavens, and she's just dancing in the sky. And we all need to remember to play, to let that child out of us, have some fun, some laughter. Hello, Mary. You like the shrink art? Thank you. Yeah. So I get to play with my friends every week. We get to do work together and play and share with each other. So, again, this is embossing, a white embossing, and it's like we just need to remember to play. And then here's another jelly print. And says, she is brave. I love dandelions. And so this is a it left my head, stencil. So there's the first layer is the burgundy color. No, the first layer is the gold color. The second layer is the burgundy color. And then I stenciled the dandelion, not stenciled, I embossed the dandelion on it. And she is brave. You know, we blow our dandelions and we make wishes and we become brave. So, I love that saying. I love brave. There's times in my life where I had to be very brave. And, again, it's the words, the inspirational words that make me happy. Actually, it's the whole process. Who am I kidding? Now this one is so pretty. Look at the background on that one. You can make out what I was trying to do in the background. And then there's another dandelion. And it says, free to fly. Oh, there it is. I don't have to turn my head like that. Nope. Sorry. So that one's free to fly. So there's the wish, you know, is just to fly. And these are very simple, but I believe the jelly print sets the tone for what I do next. So there's 3 different applications. There's the jelly print, there's the embossing, and then there's the words that go with it. Of course, it's this dandelion just has my heart, so I've made several of them. This one, it's a gold on gold, and there's a little bit of copper in there. And it says, love yourself first. And when you take care of yourself and you love yourself first, then everything else falls into place. I love these words. These are Tim Holtz words. And he has one tablet with a lot of snarky stuff, like I don't know, they're just very snarky, and I love them. People love them. They make them laugh. They're pretty funny. Anyhow, so here's another dandelion, and this background is really pretty also. It was wishful thinking, and again, that's the theme for these cards, you know, this collection. It was wishful thinking. Just blow on the dandelion and make your wish. The colors on this one are very quiet for me, but yet they seem to make a loud statement, in my opinion. Okay, so this one I used a stencil of like a doily in the back, and you could catch it a little bit, and then I used the dandelion, and then this one says, oops. Perfectly happy. And that was kind of a crown.
Maybe say mistakes were made.
Huh? Are you serious?
What?
You said I made all this same mistake?
No.
Oh.
No, I said maybe just say mistakes were made because I made a mistake.
Oh. So this reminds me of a crown. So who is perfectly happy with a crown? Okay, here's another dandelion. Okay, so this card, this envelope is really pretty. So let me show you the envelope first. Not pretty. I love envelopes. And then this is the card, and of course it's another dandelion. It says, dream your dreams. I'm dreaming my dream right now. I am in front of the camera, talking to a camera, talking about creativity, talking about what I make, selling what I make. That is a big dream for me. There was some fear there. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm sorry. There was a little bit of fear there when I first started doing this. It's like, who am I? And then it was like, well, who am I not to? I'm getting a little emotional. I am a creator. I am a person that loves art, and I love making things. I love rescuing things. I love making things pretty. I like being inspiring. So that's why I'm doing this, and I am so excited, and I believe that's why afterwards I'm always on a high after I get done. I get very proud of myself. So this card is a very champagne-y color card, and the backdrop is wallpaper. There's a little bit of wallpaper to frame it, and it is the light of hope. So you know, we all need that hope, we all need that light, and I hope whoever buys these cards will buy them for somebody that needs them, or buy them for themselves.
Snuck one in on me.
I snuck one in on you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That one wasn't in there, huh?
No.
Okay, so
The last one we had was Dream Your Dreams, and this is what?
the light of hope. This is my son helping, and my husband Dwayne is helping. I feel so blessed that they're here doing this with me and support me. Okay, so the next one is, these are my little baby cards. Oh my God, I just love these little baby cards. This is a shamrock that is cut out with my switch, and it is embossed with green embossing powder with a little bit of gold in it. But the magic in it is this, I don't know if it's vintage or antique. It's an old button, and it has a little shamrock on it. So I made these cards so you could actually take the button out if you wanted to, or leave it. But I love making the little baby cards. I don't know if you've seen in the past, I made little frames with little cats and dogs inside the frames. These are just so sweet, so small. I love miniatures. This is another one. That one's about a nickel size button. Oh, and this one is a dime size.
No, this one's the nickel.
Oh.
Did you do them backwards?
I did them backwards. Sorry. Again, it's a shamrock that I embossed. I cut out, and I added that little shamrock button. Now, I don't know if this is antique or vintage, and I don't want to sell you something I'm not sure of, so I'm going to say antique/vintage. Maybe you will know what if it is older than 60 years old. You'll let me know. Okay, now this one is another shamrock, but this has a heart-shaped button in it. And I was told that these are like a traveling button, like somebody would buy these as a prize for their trip that they went on. What do you call that?
Souvenir.
A souvenir. Ding, 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 ding. Souvenir. It's a souvenir button. You can't wash them because the dye will come off of them. So it's just a little memento of wherever you're traveling to get these buttons. And this one is not a shamrock, but it looked like a shamrock to me in some way. It looked like a four-leaf clover is what it really looked like to me.
You're just sneaking things in on me.
Oh, are we done? It's almost an hour, and I'm still got it. Can I sneak some more in on you?
Yes, you can try.
Okay, so that's a shamrock button.
It was a clover.
Oh, it's a four-leaf clover with a shamrock. Anyhow, next.
If you're gonna sneak them in on me, you gotta go slower than next.
Okay. So this is a heart with a glass heart button that I am assuming it's West German. It's just a sweet little card. that has a little collector item with it. It would be cute to give to somebody that is a little girl that is collecting buttons maybe, and it's a heart, and it will remind her of her Grammy if you give it to her. Anyhow, so that is that. And then I just have one more of the souvenir button in a heart.
I don't know what to call this.
Red souvenir button. Okay, that's good enough. So it's just a little momentum of a souvenir of a trip, and the embossing and the, well, actually, you know what? The funny thing is they call this embossing when it's raised, embossed. And then when you put plastic, it's actual plastic, and you heat it up, they call that embossing. So this is double embossed, but it has two different meanings. Anyway, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So that's all I got this week. I will be back next week. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Please look me up on YouTube, Instagram. What?
You went right from one thing to the other, and I didn't have a chance to transition.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put the brakes on. Let me take a drink of water.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please go to YouTube if you want to see the whole thing. And it is youtube.com/@Moreno9103. Instagram is for Vintage Lover. If you have any messages for me, please message me there. If you have any interest in anything, what does Marilyn say? I missed it.
I don't know. This is the little boxes.
Oh.
It didn't translate the character that she used.
Oh, Marilyn, it didn't translate. I love you. I'll see you next week. Hope you girls are having fun. Bye.